the summer of 2024, 3 women from Bhopal, a city in the central Indian state of Madhya Pradesh, landed in the U.S. 2 of them were survivors of the Bhopal gas disaster of 1984, often referred to as the Hiroshima of the chemical industry. And 1 was an activist working with the survivors for over 2 decades. Farhat Jahan, Batibai Rajak, and Rachna Dingira came to tell their story. How, for the past 40 years, the survivors have persisted with their fight to hold a U.S. corporation, Union Carbide, guilty for killing and maiming thousands of people in Bhopal. Quote, "We are not flowers to be sacrificed on the altar of profit," they said. "We are flames committed to conquering darkness, and we will continue the struggle." In their 6-week tour of various American cities, meeting with environmental justice groups, students, and lawmakers, their message was clear. What happened to them should never happen again, and unless corporations are held accountable for their crimes, they will continue to sacrifice people's lives on the altar of profit. What happened in Bhopal? On the night of December 2nd to 3rd, 1984, a Union Carbide chemical facility at Bhopal leaked over 27 tons of the highly toxic gas methyl isocyanate, or MIC, poisoning tens of thousands of people in the middle of the night, most of whom were sleeping in their homes nearby. It's estimated that 10,000 people died instantly. Survivor organizations estimated 23,000 deaths until 2011, with an unknown number of deaths occurring in the last 13 years. More than 150,000 people are still suffering from the health problems caused by the gas leak and subsequent soil and water contamination. Bhopal was not an accident. It was a predictable outcome of corporate double standards, negligence, and cost-cutting. Between the 1940s to 1960s, as global food production boomed with the use of high-yielding varieties of seeds and intensified chemical inputs, the period often termed the Green Revolution. The Union Carbide Corporation, or UCC, was eager to reap profit from increased sale of its pesticides. It decided to build a new pesticides formulation factory in India that would manufacture large quantities of the pesticide 7, a UCC product. In 1969, through its Indian subsidiary Union Carbide India Limited, or UCIL, UCC leased land in Bhopal to set up the new pesticide factory. 7 is manufactured by combining alpha-naphthol with methyl isocyanate. When the Bhopal factory started its operation, MIC was being imported from the U.S., and the final product, 7, was formulated in Bhopal. This setup proved inconvenient for Union Carbide's profits. Therefore, in 1979, an MIC plant was set up in the Bhopal factory. The MIC plant was supposed to be a state-of-the-art facility, a duplicate of Union Carbide's plant in Institute, West Virginia. However, that proved not to be the case. We know this because in 2002, almost 2 decades after the gas leak, Union Carbide's internal documents revealed that the technology used for manufacturing MIC at the Bhopal factory was quote-unquote unproven. That is, to trim costs, the company did not install safety devices and protocols that had been tried and tested and known to be effective to detect leaks and prevent fatal accidents in its plants in the US and Europe. As a result, on the night of December 2nd, 1984, when the evening work shift changed, the next operator on duty in the MIC plant did not know that the pressure in MIC tank 610, one of the tanks in which MIC was stored and which leaked, causing the disaster of midnight, had risen by 8 psig in 30 minutes. In addition, there were only 8 shutdown devices, whereas there should have been 3 times as many. In fact, at the West Virginia plant, the safety devices were automatically controlled through computer systems with manual backup devices, whereas in Bhopal, they were all manual. Also in Bhopal, Unlike in West Virginia, there were no emergency plans in place, and local authorities knew nothing about the dangers of MIC. Due to Union Carbide's double standards and cost-cutting at Bhopal, the stage was already set for the deadly gas leak to happen that killed and continues to kill people in Bhopal 40 years on. Indeed, the disaster keeps unfolding every day in the lives of Bhopalis. After the gas leak, Union Carbide abandoned the Bhopal plant and left all the toxic chemicals and waste inside the factory. Poisons from the abandoned factory have seeped into the soil, water, and bodies of people living around the factory. Multiple studies, including a 1999 Greenpeace report, revealed the full extent of the poisoning, discovering severe contamination of the factory site, surrounding land, and groundwater. Levels of mercury in some places were 6 million times higher than background levels. Drinking water wells near the factory, used by local people, are heavily polluted with chemicals known to produce cancers and genetic birth defects. Contaminants reported in the groundwater include 9 of the 28 chemicals known as persistent organic pollutants, or more commonly, forever chemicals. In 2001, Union Carbide merged with Dow Chemical, another U.S. corporation. Neither Union Carbide nor its current owner, Dow Chemical, have taken responsibility for the ongoing disaster in Bhopal. Generations of children born to parents who live in the working-class neighborhoods surrounding the abandoned factory bear the toxic burden of this corporate crime in their bodies. As the women from Bhopal traveled across the U.S. in 2024 sharing their stories, they found that many U.S. communities are experiencing their own slow and silent Bhopals. From East Palestine to Cancer Alley, from Mossville to Southwest Detroit, from Wilmington to Charlottesville, and East Houston to West Virginia. The local groups and the Bhopali women emphasize the need for building community, sharing knowledge, making connections, and working in solidarity as they fight corporate excesses wherever they are.
हिंदू भी मरा मुसलमान भी भोपाल था जैसे जलता शमशान ही हिंदू भी मरा मुसलमान भी भोपाल था जैसे जलता शमशान ही जो जिसे अभी आना था देश के लिए कुछ कर दिखाना था उसकी माँ को जीना पैदा करने से पहले उसे मेरे दोस्त वो जहरीली रात